What if the people you call wicked were only trying to save you from your own destruction? This story will make you think twice before you ever raise your voice at your parents. Stay till the end and don't forget to subscribe for more real life stories that touch the soul. The sun was setting over the noisy streets of Abeni City, a bustling African town where dreams often met reality in harsh ways. Inside a small compound painted in fading cream, 16-year-old Maya sat on a narrow bed, her eyes burning with anger and tears. Her mother, Mama Joy, had just shouted at her again over something small. At least that's what Maya thought. I said you will not go to that party, Maya. Do you hear me? Mama Joy's voice had echoed through the walls earlier that evening. You're only 16. No daughter of mine will go and dance half naked in front of boys. Maya had clenched her fist. It's not a bad party, Mama. Everyone in school is going. Why do you always have to control me like a baby? Because you are still a baby, her mother fired back. You think you know this world? You know nothing. The people you call friends, some of them will drag you into trouble before you even realize it. Maya had stormed into her room, slamming the door behind her. Now she sat on her bed, scrolling through her phone, reading the group chat from her classmates. Tina, girl, don't mind your mama. Just sneak out. Everyone's doing it. Lisa, exactly. If she keeps treating you like a kid, show her you're grown. Those messages kept repeating in Maya's mind. Her friends made it sound easy. They made rebellion look like freedom. But her mother's tired face kept flashing in her thoughts. The wrinkles from years of sacrifice, the soft hands that once held her when she was sick, the woman who had worked double shifts just to pay her school fees. Yet in that moment, pride drowned everything else. She whispered to herself, I'm tired of being treated like a child. I'll show her I can take care of myself. That night, as the house went silent, Maya quietly dressed up. Her heart pounded. She sneaked out through the back door, clutching her small purse and phone. Outside, the streets glowed with nightlife. Motorbikes zooming past, laughter echoing from bars, and music thumping from distant corners. For the first time, Maya felt free from her mother's strictness. But freedom, as she would soon learn, can be the beginning of destruction. By midnight, she was at the party, lights flashing, people dancing, alcohol flowing freely. Her classmates cheered when she walked in. See, Maya! You made it! Tina screamed, hugging her. Maya smiled, trying to act confident. She had never been to such a party before. She told herself she wouldn't drink. But soon, peer pressure took over. Just a sip, Lisa said, handing her a red cup. Don't be boring. One sip turned into two. Two turned into many. The room began to spin, laughter echoing in slow motion. Suddenly, someone grabbed her wrist. A tall boy she barely knew pulled her toward the dance floor. Maya tried to resist, but he was stronger. Before she could realize what was happening, things were spinning out of control. When she woke up, her head was pounding, her clothes were torn, and her phone was gone. The room was empty. She sat up, panic washing over her. She had no idea where she was. Tears filled her eyes. God, what did I do? At that very moment, back home, Mama Joy sat awake, tears streaming down her face. Her Bible lay open on the table, trembling in her hands as she prayed. God, please, protect my daughter. I don't know where she's gone, but bring her back safely. Her heart was breaking, but she refused to give up hope. The first ray of sunlight crept through the half-open window and struck Maya's swollen eyes. Her head throbbed like a drum beaten by angry hands. She sat up slowly, realizing she was lying on a dusty sofa in a strange apartment. An unfamiliar woman in her late 30s stood by the doorway, arms folded. "You're awake," the woman said flatly. "Your friends dumped you here last night. You were half conscious." Maya's throat burned. "Where am I?" "Downtown, near Oloron Street," the woman replied. "Don't worry, you're safe. But you should go home. Your mother must be worried sick." The words hit Maya like a slap. Her mother. She had left without a word, after shouting, "I'm tired of your rules." Her stomach twisted with guilt. The woman handed her a torn phone case and a small bottle of water. "Drink this. Then go home, child. Some mistakes aren't worth repeating." Maya nodded weakly, whispering, "Thank you." She walked out, clutching her torn purse. The city looked different now. Silent, judgmental, cruel. At home, Mama Joy hadn't slept. Her Bible still lay open, pages damp with tears. She had spent the entire night pacing and praying, whispering the same words. "Lord, bring my daughter back to me. Don't let evil swallow her." The front gate creaked. Mama Joy rushed out. When she saw Maya standing there, hair disheveled, eyes red, clothes rumpled, she froze. Every emotion, anger, fear, relief, flooded her heart at once. "Maya!" she cried, running forward. "Where have you been?" Maya burst into tears and fell to her knees. "Mama, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." Her mother held her, tears streaming down both faces. For a long time, neither spoke. Finally, Mama Joy whispered, "You disobeyed me, Maya. I warned you, but you didn't listen." "I know," Maya sobbed. "I thought you were just being wicked. But you were only trying to protect me." Mama Joy sighed. "You're still my child. I forgive you. But sometimes the world teaches lessons that pain must deliver." That day, Maya locked herself in her room and cried till her pillow was soaked. The images of the night haunted her. Flashes of laughter, strange faces, a moment of helplessness. She promised herself she would never fight her mother again. But life had more tests to give. A week passed. The scars on Maya's heart were invisible but deep. She went back to school, avoiding everyone's eyes. Whispers followed her in the hallway. "That's her, the girl who got drunk at the party. Did you hear what happened to her?" Maya wanted to disappear. Even her best friend Tina avoided her. After school, she found solace only in her mother's small grocery store. Mama Joy didn't talk much about the incident. She just smiled softly whenever Maya helped her sell goods. But behind her calm eyes, she was worried about what her daughter wasn't saying. One afternoon, as Maya was arranging drinks on the shelf, she suddenly felt dizzy. Her vision blurred. Her knees went weak. Mama Joy rushed over, catching her before she fell. "Maya, are you okay?" Maya nodded faintly, but something in her mother's eyes changed. Fear, suspicion, prayer. 2 days later, at the local clinic, the nurse called them into her office. The words that came next shattered Maya's world. "Congratulations," the nurse said gently. "You're pregnant." Maya's heart stopped. Mama Joy gasped, grabbing the chair for support. The room went silent. Tears rolled down Maya's cheeks. No, please. It can't be true." Mama Joy closed her eyes. Her voice trembled, but she didn't shout. "You see, my daughter, why I always warn you. A single night of disobedience can change a lifetime." Maya collapsed into her mother's arms, crying uncontrollably. "Mama, I didn't even know. I swear, I didn't." "I know, child," Mama Joy whispered, holding her close. "But we must face it now, with courage, not shame." From that day, their lives changed forever. Maya stopped school out of shame and exhaustion. Neighbors gossiped, friends disappeared. Mama Joy bore it all with grace, selling twice as hard, praying twice as long. At night, when Maya cried, her mother would hold her and sing softly. Even when the storm roars loud, a mother's love will not drown. Months passed. The pregnancy grew, and so did the strength between mother and daughter. Maya learned humility, the kind that pain teaches better than sermons. She spent her days helping at the stall, avoiding questions. Sometimes people pointed fingers. Is that not Mama Joy's daughter, the one who got pregnant before finishing school? Ah, children of nowadays. Mama Joy never replied. She only smiled and said, God will make beauty out of ashes. And truly, beauty was forming, slowly. One afternoon, as Maya rested under the mango tree outside their compound, she noticed a little girl crying nearby. Her mother was shouting at her for breaking a bowl. The sight pierced Maya's heart. She walked over and knelt beside the child. Hey, don't cry. Your mama loves you. Sometimes parents shout because they're scared you'll grow into pain like they did. The woman looked at Maya, surprised. Maya smiled weakly. I learned that the hard way. That moment changed Maya. She began to help children in the neighborhood, teaching them homework, advising girls about respecting their parents. Even while her belly grew heavy, she found purpose again. The night was humid, thunder rumbling far away like a warning. Mama Joy held her daughter's hand tightly as the midwife barked orders. Push, Maya! Push! Sweat poured down Maya's face. Every scream tore through her chest like fire. After what felt like forever, a cry sliced through the air. Shrill, new, alive. A baby girl, small, beautiful, breathing. Maya collapsed back, trembling and crying at the same time. Mama Joy took the child into her arms, whispering, Welcome, my grandchild. You will rise from the story that tried to destroy your mother. They named her Hope. The next morning, neighbors gathered around the small room to see the baby. Some came with gifts, others came with gossip. But Mama Joy only smiled. Whether they whisper or clap, life must go on, she said. Maya spent the next few weeks healing, nursing, learning. Sometimes she stared at Hope's tiny fingers and whispered, You're the reason I'll never disobey again. But the peace didn't last long. 2 months later, the boy who had been at the party, Chick, a final year student, suddenly appeared at their compound. He looked nervous, eyes darting. Maya, he began, I heard about the baby. Mama Joy stiffened. You heard? And what will you do with that information? She asked, her voice calm but sharp. I just want to help, he said quickly. I can provide something, maybe milk, clothes. Provide, Mama Joy cut in. Where were you when she cried at night, when people mocked her, when the nurse gave us the bill? Chike lowered his head. Maya stepped forward, holding Hope close. You can't buy forgiveness with baby milk, she said quietly. I've made peace with God. You should too. He nodded silently and left. That day, Maya learned that forgiveness doesn't always mean reunion. Time moved. Hope grew. Bright-eyed, curious, always smiling. Mama Joy's shop expanded. Customers admired her strength. Maya started selling handmade bead bracelets near the market. One afternoon, a woman named Auntie Busy stopped at her store. These are beautiful. Did you make them yourself? Yes, Ma, Maya replied shyly. You're talented. I run a small gift boutique. I'd love to stock some of your work. That chance meeting changed everything. Soon, Maya's designs appeared in shops across the city. She began earning steady money, enough to support Mama Joy and baby Hope. Every Sunday, they walked to church together, 3 generations holding hands. People who once whispered now greeted them with respect. One Sunday, Pastor Emmanuel called Maya forward. Young lady, he said to the congregation, this girl's life is a testimony. She once thought her mother's rules were bondage, but now she sees they were love. Maya took the microphone, voice trembling. If you're watching or listening to this, please, don't fight your parents. They may not be perfect, but they see dangers you can't. I fought my mother and almost lost everything. But God turned my shame into purpose. The church erupted in applause, but Mama Joy just stood there, tears of joy running down her cheeks. A year later, Maya's bead business had grown into a small company called Hope Crafts. She employed 2 assistants and started teaching other girls how to create jewelry. But with success came new temptations. One evening, an influencer named Nino Lee messaged her online, "Hey, I've seen your products. You could go viral if you collaborate with me." He invited her to a city far away for a business event, all expenses paid. Mama Joy's warning voice returned immediately. Be careful of gifts that sound too sweet. Not every opportunity is from God. Maya hesitated. The old rebellious spark flickered for a second. But then she looked at Hope, sleeping peacefully, and smiled. Not this time, she whispered. She turned down the trip and instead focused on building her own online store. Weeks later, news broke that the same influencer had scammed several young entrepreneurs. Maya knelt that night, thanking God for the wisdom she had once rejected. Years passed. Maya was now 22. Hope, almost 6. She began visiting schools, telling her story to teenage girls. Her voice shook, but her message was powerful. When you fight your parents, you're not fighting control. You fight stewards fight. You're fighting protection. Every no hides a yes to your future. One day, after a talk at a local high school, a girl named Lulu ran up to her. "Miss Maya, I was planning to run away tonight. My mom and I fight every day, but after hearing you, I'm going home." Maya hugged her, tears filling her eyes. That night, she told Mama Joy, "If one girl listens, it means my pain wasn't wasted." Mama Joy smiled. God always recycles pain into purpose. At Hope's 7th birthday, the small compound was filled with laughter, balloons, and children's songs. Even the same neighbors who had once gossiped came bearing gifts. A man in a suit approached Maya after the celebration. "I'm from the Ministry of Youth Development," he said. "We'd like you to head a campaign encouraging respect and communication between parents and teens." Maya was stunned. From disgrace to a national voice, God truly restores. That evening, she and Mama Joy sat outside watching the stars. "You see, Mama," Maya said softly, "every rule you gave me was a road sign I ignored. But now I know love sometimes looks like restriction." Mama Joy chuckled. "And sometimes wisdom looks like a stubborn mother." They both laughed. 10 years later, Hope, now a confident teenager, stood before her school assembly, reading from her essay titled, "My Mother's Mistake That Saved Me." When my mother was my age, she thought her parents were enemies. But her mother's prayers became her rescue. "I have learned that obedience may look like weakness, but it is actually strength." The crowd clapped. Among them, Maya watched proudly, tears glistening. Mama Joy, now older and frail, smiled from her wheelchair. After the event, Hope ran to her grandmother. "Grandma, everyone loved my speech." Mama Joy touched her cheek. "My child, as long as you remember the story, you'll never lose your way." Maya joined them, holding both their hands. 3 generations, bound by love, lessons, and grace. She looked straight into the camera crew recording for the TV feature and said, "To everyone watching, this is why you should never fight your parents. They're not your enemies. They're your first angels. If you still have them, cherish them now, because one day you'll realize they were right.